about something that none of us thought we would ever see. And I don't know if any of you guys have some extra tweets. I have a couple, but I think there's more circulating. But let's talk about the Alyssa Mercante versus Adam Sessler bit. This is something that we did not expect to see in 2025. If you guys don't know who Adam Sessler is, we'll give you a really quick rundown. Adam Sessler was one of the people who was part of the G4 TV revival back, ironically, during Frost, considering the super chat that we got. And he was the one that was clapping like a seal in the background when Frost was going on her rant about sexism in gaming and all that stuff. He's a hardcore lefty, obviously, suffering from major different versions of TDS. He's everybody who you would expect to be a major ally to Alyssa Mercante. And yet, for some reason, these two are going at each other for everybody to see, ironically.
She responded?
She responded, yeah.
Oh.
That's hilarious.
Imagine my shock.
Yeah, she was.
I'm gonna have to come back. I gotta go and make a video. I'm sorry.
Yeah, she responded. So we're
gonna
just
talk here and then just clip it and put it on your channel.
Yeah, that's a great idea. I've been encouraging more people to do that.
No, because then
I want to bring up some tweets really quick. But while I'm bringing that up, what do you guys think of this situation? I mean, I think it's absolutely fucking hilarious. But
let them fight.
It's hilarious, but for a different reason, in my view, because all that guy is unhappy about with Mercante is that she's not pro-Israel enough. That's why I say on my show, I say so many sick, twisted, demented things, but so long as I praise Israel, nothing bad happens to me. She is very critical of the Israelis, and as a result, she's getting pushback. It was even made in the Blue Sky statements about how Kotaku is for so long pushed this agenda, accusing Mercante of being an N-word, but not that N-word, the different kind of N-word.
You know what I love about this? This actually, so there's a domino effect to this, right? So we're going to cover the Alyssa Mercante stuff versus Adam Sessler, but this actually has now caused a domino effect of Adam Sessler admitting that he fucking hates the gaming industry, and that he admitted
that a while ago.
No, but he's going even further in. He said 95% of all people involved in the gaming industry are narcissists, grifters. Ironically, call them grifters, just flat out liars. And he said gamers told me to fuck off, so he did. That's basically it.
Himself included. He's also a narcissistic grifter.
Yeah, I just find it interesting that he's the one admitting all this.
At least he fucked off, though.
He did. What did he say about like Trump supporters? Like even his own family fucking hates him or something?
Oh yeah, he said if they were on fire, you wouldn't even piss on them.
All right.
Well, don't live in
Shit,
California.
they might be on fire right now. Yeah.
That's fucking crazy. That's a good one. That's a good one. Holy shit. So we got a post here from, unfortunately, Smash JT.
I'm sorry.
But, it says we've.
I got another one I'm posting right now. I don't know if you got this one, but I'm going to share.
Do you want to read your own tweet, or you want me to read it?
No, go ahead, because I'm going to share something else different. I'm doing two things at once.
Right. Smash JT says we've come full circle. Adam Sessler now agrees that Alyssa Mercante is a whack job, but he says fuck the gaming press 5 times more than they already should have been fucked. What is even happening out here? So if you read the tweet, let's start off with, I guess, who he's quote tweeting. Some guy named Rick. He says that joystick clown from this is all on Blue Sky, right?
Mm-hmm.
All right, just want to confirm. Rick says that joystick clown from last night had me thinking of the rise and fall of a once beloved game blog, and Kotaku absolutely takes all-time cake of lamentable failure. Up through the Totilo era, it was actually a badge of honor for a studio to have a puff piece written about them there on Kotaku. So then Adam Sessler says, my God, yes, it was where the conversation for the day started. They would drive me nuts frequently with their takes, but they were for real and not the stinking sight of shit and supposition it decayed into. Which then goes into Daryl down here mentioning Alyssa Mercante. He says, well, look at bullshit Alyssa Merchant, of which Adam says, I actually don't know anything about her. I paid no attention to the bullshit factory that is Enthusiast Press after the new G4 fell apart. Is she part of that Jew-hating collection of illiterates like Maddie Myers?
And if you see old man Grimm's post providing some more context, Sessler goes even further and accuses Kotaku of allowing Mercante to, what was it exactly? Fly her National Socialist colors. And I'm thinking to myself,
That's the next screenshot.
how demented do you have to be to call Alyssa Mercante a National Socialist?
Well, I just find this interesting because isn't this what she's coming after you for partially? Smash?
Yeah,
about you supposedly inciting her as a anti-Semitic or whatever.
Around the D with me, it's different, but I don't understand. Again, I keep going back to like everyone talks about everyone, but for some reason she's taken a peculiar interest in me, and I think it's because she thought I was a pushover. She thought I would just back down and that she could just run right over me, get a new law passed, and then use that law to go after Kiwi Farms and anyone else, because that's really ultimately what it is. She just wants more power, more control, and she's not doing it, in my opinion, the best way.
Speaking of, I kind of find it a little bit weird because didn't she go after Kiwi Farms first?
Yes, she did.
She sent them a legal letter first.
You could say Kiwi Farms started a threat on her, and she took that personally. But it's like Kiwi Farms.
No, I'm just talking about from a legal standpoint. She tried to go after them first.
Legally, yes, she did send them something first. Yeah,
and those they were kind of those folks don't give a fuck, so they just dealt with it that way and exposed her.
Yep.
Right. So yeah, I just find it's interesting that he's calling her Jew hating. But
this
anyway.
whole situation is, you should take the Spider-Man meme and they're all pointing at each other, and it's like,
yes,
Alyssa Adams like Jew hater.
Yes, no, absolutely. So Adam Sessler says, after doing some digging myself, and good God, how long did they let her fly her National Socialist colors? Fuck the gaming press 5 times more than they already should have been fucked, which is hilarious. And then Daryl says it's a whole shit show. I'm wondering if she even has a shot of winning that lawsuit she has going against one of the YouTubers. Regardless, it's like watching slow motion train wreck happening.
Do you guys think she has a shot?
No, not really.
No,
I would say 95.5.
I would say 100%.
She has a greater.
There are activist fucking judges, bro.
There are
99.5%.
Yeah. Even with an activist judge, it still would be.
Yeah, there's still law.
They still have to follow the law at some point. You can't just be like, fuck everything. Sure, I'll just agree with this person.
Palestine has more of a chance than Alyssa Mercante. Okay, folks. That's how bad her case is.
Well, I mean, Jeff Keighley just got his, thing rejected, so that's fun.
Get wrecked, Jeff.
Oh yeah, that's funny.
So let's look at this. So we got a response. Shout out to
nice,
Mr. Mercante. This is Atreus' attention now. We got his attention. He stopped playing Marvel Rivals. Adam Sessler says,
playing Marvel Rivals.
Well, the moment I said we got a response, you fucking did. You went squirrel. You just immediately for the next way. Alyssa Mercante says, "Dude, ill. Take this vibe back to Twitter." Because remember, they're on Blue Sky. Adam Sessler with the clapback. Could have sworn we preferred the truth here. Block me anytime. Yeah. And then Alyssa said,
before you go on, can I just interrupt and go back to the dude, you take this vibe back to Twitter?
God damn it.
I'm going to interrupt anyway. Sorry. That kind of exposes her for everything that's wrong with her. Like the truth that I want, you're not allowed to say it over here. If you want to say a different truth over there, go do it there. It's like they can't keep a single truth. They have to have separate compartments for different conversations. And this is like a perfect example of that. It's fascinating.
Well, it's because the people like Alyssa Mercante and all the other journalists out there, they tout Blue Sky as the place for truth. So I think he's just being a sarcastic fuck by basically saying, I thought this is where the truth's supposed to be. You could block me anytime, kind of a thing.
Yep.
So she says, calling me anti-Semitic is the truth. Anyway, free Palestine. Does she not realize that if she went to Palestine, she would be the one who's not free?
Well, she can't go to Palestine, Hypno, because Palestine does not exist.
Jesus Christ.
I would love to see the two of them at a pro-Palestine march fighting each other.
I think that would be a beautiful thing.
We're not going to just speed past that ridiculous.
We are.
She's saying shit, bro. Like,
what do you think, Lord?
Oh god.
This is my first time hearing about all this. I haven't followed any
I
of
know.
the
I mean,
Alyssa
he used to be
controversy.
funny. He used to be funny, believe it or not. But now this nigga's just
No,
everything.
he was
says
never
is-
funny. What the
Huh?
fuck?
I thought Adam Sessler was funny back in the day.
Oh,
on
you're talking about
G4.
Adam Sessler? Oh, okay, my bad.
Hey,
talking
cowboy.
Ryan was never funny. What are you talking about? He's never funny.
No, there was a point when I first started on SNH. He had some good little racist jokes. And it was funny.
Palestine is not
no,
a race,
back in the
you stupid
OGG4
fucker.
days, Adam Sessler was absolutely. He and Morgan Webb were both totally funny.
All right, well, let's not interrupt Mugen. Hold on, Mugen. Go ahead. Say your piece. I'm sure you know what's happening between Smash and Alyssa, obviously, right?
A little bit. I haven't been catching up on anything as far as the Alyssa situation, because ever since everybody was covering it, I mean, everybody's talking about it. So I tend to stay away from things that everybody's talking about because I don't add anything new to it. Like everybody's covering the same topic and stuff. So this is my first time hearing about Adam Sessler coming back after the whole G4 incident, and now attacking Alyssa Mercante or whatever. But I don't know, man. Like, I don't know where this could possibly go. I don't know if he's trying to get back into this whole thing with the gaming, thing, trying to get some relevancy or whatever. But I don't know, man. See where this goes. I think it's quite interesting. You think they would be on the same side, but I don't know, man.
Well, I like Smash AT's recent post. Let's bring it up really quick. So Smash said that was a short-lived attempt at a redemption arc. Somebody over on Blue Sky. Ooh, really interesting profile picture. No problem. I just wanted you to be aware that the guy you spoke to turned it into a whole article for the guy being sued. Adam says, yeah, figures. Those parasites are chewing on our genitals no matter what. Once upon a time, there was some... How the fuck you say that word?
Collegiality, like colleagues, I guess.
Collegiality, whatever. Within the press, and we'd stick up for one another when there was outside.
Hold on, real quick. Hold up. Don't even finish this. And we'd stick up for one another. This comes from a guy that's going at Alyssa Mercante, attacking her and tearing her down. What?
Man's fucking Delulu.
Well, this was from today.
Also,
okay, I see that.
This is from just like I just
to
saw
not
now.
defend Melissa, but he is accusing her of something that isn't true.
Well, yeah, because I guess for him, it's one of those things where it benefited him more to be against it. I mean, he just seems to be heavily against just gaming everything right now at this point. He got roasted out of the gaming industry so hard that he's now become like a bitter fucking ex-wife or something of the gaming industry.
You would never think he was on a show about video games. You would think he was a grumpy old man who would like never let his kids touch
grumpy
a
old
video
man. You
game.
think this dude lived under a bridge somewhere, man?
Yeah, you really would. Yeah.
I'm trying to find some other. There was other tweets, but I can't find them anymore of their back and forth, because I wanted to find like his stuff about him melting down and shit, because he was having a bit of a melty melt. Maybe Old Man Grim probably has it, but yeah, it's insane shit, man. And at this point, I think it's pretty obvious that these people, they get to this point because they don't really actually want to be in the gaming industry. Most of them. This is what I tell people all the time. The journalists don't want to be writing about video games. They want to be writing about politics. This is why all their video game articles have some sort of political spin on it in some way, shape, or form. So eventually, when they end up getting out of the industry, whether by choice or whether by force, the truth comes out, and this happens all the time. And this is really not that shocking considering. But I'm trying to find the other tweets really quick before we move on. It's been interesting. I'm sure she's not exactly very happy to have Sessler of all people deciding that this was going to be the day he was going to go against somebody in the industry like her. So
what a
we know. I get a feeling they're probably going to end up best friends at the end of all of this, knowing how everything works.
They'll hate fuck.
Yeah,
like you gotta
if
think
they haven't already,
right? You gotta think that's such a fucking downgrade though. Like you go from like trying to shit talk JT to Sessler. That sucks. I don't feel for you, but that sucks.
From relevant to irrelevant.
I can't find it. All right, I'm just gonna give up on it. It's fine. But yeah, that's all I basically had to say about this topic. It's absolutely ridiculous, and it's one of those things where I didn't expect it. I'm kind of happy it happened though, because some of the stuff that he's saying in those meltdowns is really important. If I can find it later, I will. But him admitting that most of the people in the industry are grifters, they're liars, they're this or that. It's everything we've been saying for the longest time. These people don't care. They don't care about the industry. They don't care about none of the thing. All they care is the fact that this is the only job that they could get in terms of journalism, if you even want to call it that. And they're going to continue so long as they're enabled. That's basically it. But they're being enabled less and less because if you guys notice, and I'm sure you have, the shift has been insane. I mean, the pendulum. I know I said the pendulum was swinging slowly. Nah, bro, this shit is swinging so fast to the other direction. Between fucking Mark Zuckerberg exposing the Biden administration, pulling a complete 180 that I still don't believe half of it, but still, I mean, this guy is removing all the protections against certain classes of people on Facebook. It is shifting. So we're seeing it everywhere.
I personally don't really care if he's honestly changed or not. I care more that he confessed. That's more like, all right, fair enough.
That's fair. Yeah, that's fair. It's something that I didn't expect him to say all that. You know, the guy goes on Joe Rogan. He's like, yeah, the Biden administration made us censor this, that, whatever. They were calling us up, telling us to take it down. But like, yeah, he's passing the blame in a way because it was still his decision as a platform to do that. But
yeah, he's not being 100% honest in that interview.
Yeah, he's like a defeated dog, roll over, show belly, and hopefully the opposition to him forgive him. And if you want to make a mistake, you'll forgive him instead of, take.
Yeah, it's all self-preservation. That's all it is. Whoever politics is in power at that moment, they just shapeshift, and protect themselves.
Well said.
It's almost as if they truly don't give a shit.
I think you alluded to it earlier when you said that they were trying to get the job that they could get in the gaming industry because they all understand that gaming, has a really big influence on the culture right now, as opposed to what it used to be, where if you were a gamer, you were pretty much shunned. And so they talk about it like they try to use, the journalism stuff to get into gaming. I mean, look at somebody, as much as I hate to admit it, like old girl, Alana Pierce. She started out at IGN, and now at one point she was with Sony Santa Monica. What qualifies you to be there? You know what I'm saying? So
she got two really big qualifications,
and her head game. She got a good head game.
I'm just being honest.
You would know that how, Ryan?
He don't even know what head game really means.
No comment.
Like, how would you even know what bad head game feels like?
No comment, cowboy. We all know why you dress up.
Don't listen to Ryan.
You said what is even happening right now?
YMCA.
Go ahead, Leon. Go ahead, Leon.
So,
can you make that? Zoom in.
Yeah. So these are from yesterday on Blue Sky. So right before
I'll be right back. Just take over.
All right. So we got this Whiskey 41 person saying, "Do you have the rights for the Cesspool, which was his old show, and would you be willing and able to do more reviews in that format in the future?" No, and as I said a couple nights ago, hell no. Games and their insipid players and personalities told me to fuck off, and I did. It's a stupid medium filled with annoying fucks convinced of their genius, and I miss it like I miss dysentery. Then he goes on to say. This dude says, "Well, I didn't want you to fuck off. I always thought your voice was important. You make gaming reviews feel highbrow despite the other shenanigans on at G4. Don't get me wrong, I enjoyed these shenanigans then, but man, you and Morgan were awesome. You and the Revival of X-Play team were awesome too. Yeah, the incel and crypto bro contingent are unwaveringly annoying." His final response: 95% of gaming fans, gaming press, and devs are miserable narcissist scripters and intellectual midgets, regardless of their political affiliation.
All right, so let me say this. All I got from that entire conversation was that Adam can't just take a fucking compliment.
Mm-hmm.
They just said, "Oh, we enjoyed you being there." They said nothing bad about him. He said, "Yeah, fuck those bad people."
He ignored that completely.
Right? Can you just take a fucking dub and walk the fuck away with some dignity? Never mind.